4 laps in prospect then for the final. Lance Foster is the man on pole. With him at the front, David Aiken and then Gary Dixon. Kevin Feeney will line up on row 2 alongside Paul Easterbrook. Then you've got Ray Morgan's Mark 3 escort, Roger Thomas, who gets a time penalty given the 6R4's advantage, and then Simon Hart's Mark 1 escort, Paul Smith in the Polo G40 lines up alongside. Grid is formed, we're racing. Good start is made by David Aiken from the middle of the front row. Roger Thomas storms through in the 6R4, being careful with all that grip not to swap people aside as he goes through hatchets, but he runs a little bit wide. That familiar noise that the 6R4 makes, but he's still got traffic to try and pick a way through up the road ahead. Kevin Feeney has made a good start though. He's up to second in the Mark 2 escort. Go back to the late 70s when you had Division 1 and Division 2 in British Rallycross. These were the cars that dominated the main class, the likes of John Welch and Tony Drummond, amongst others, having epic battles. And Kevin Feeney's green, oh-so sideways escort rekindling those memories as he chases after the Nova in the hands of David Aiken, who understeers his way across the loose for the first time. A sideways Feeney is second, third is Lance Foster, fourth is Gary Dixon's Astra, fifth and sideways is the 6R4 there in the hands of Roger Thomas, ahead of double John Button Memorial Trophy winner Ray Morgan in the ex-Martin Lloyd escort, and a big slide for the 6R4. It goes one way and then the other. Roger Thomas tries to hang on to a really fishtailing car. Has he managed to do so? Let's see. Yes, he has, but he's lost a bit of ground against the leaders who come through the spray over the line. 1 of 4 laps in the book. Kevin Feeney, XRX 150 racer, then hunting down the leader, but actually because he's busy defending that second spot from Lance Foster, the others are getting away, or certainly the leader is getting away. Now though, the escort starts to use its grunt and pulls clear of the Mini. Through into third place goes Gary Dixon, right round the outside there, and Roger Thomas is catching up in the 6R4. The MG Metro 6R4, a car, of course, built for the Group B days of the World Rally Championship in the mid-80s, and when Group B was canned, all of those cars needed a home, and Rallycross went through a real boom golden time with the likes of the 6R4s, Ford RS200s coming across. These days, they're pretty valuable cars, so you don't see them in action that often, but it's great that Roger Thomas is still hustling on with his Metro 6R4 as he comes now back towards the tarmac section of the circuit. Lance Foster's Mini coming under attack. Lance Foster's Mini over the timing line, under attack from Roger Thomas in the 6R4, and there Gary Dixon closes up to have a look at the inside of Kevin Feeney, but to no avail. The Mark 2 escort doing what Mark 2 escorts are meant to do, go sideways, and in comes the power. The Irishman in the patriotic all-green escort then closes a little bit under braking onto the tail of David Aiken. Paul Smith is ahead of Paul Easterbrook, Polo ahead of Toyota MR2. Paul Easterbrook, the former autocrosser, trying to fight back against the Volkswagen technician, Paul Smith. And Simon Hart's immaculate Haynes of Maidstone recreation Mark 1 escort, harking back to the days of Rod Chapman and John Taylor, goes through as a big wobble for Easterbrook, gets him all wrong, heading towards the loose. Very nearly a full 360 from the Toyota. It rejoins as now you've got Kevin Feeney starting to be caught again. Look by Gary Dixon, who gets up the inside and through he goes. Kevin Feeney gets all crossed up, round goes the escort, almost collects Roger Thomas, and Kevin Feeney is facing the wrong way. The leader is long gone now. Up front, over the line goes Gary Dixon, but Roger Thomas is still pushing in the 6R4. David Aiken having a great run in the Nova. Gary Dixon, though, in the Mark II Astra, chases on behind. There he is. But the little Nova has scuttled away up the road ahead. Third, still really charging now is Roger Thomas, getting a bit more confident maybe in these conditions. He's up to third, and he's pushing on. A lap to go. Across the loose they come now, nose to tail. The extra traction of the 6R4 should help, but of course there's only one line here because of the conditions. So if you go offline, it's wet, it's muddy, it's boggy, it's slow, and Roger Thomas does not want to go there. Dixon defends as Thomas slides his way, goes wide. Look, the gap opens up. He drifts out wide where it's all muddy and boggy, powers his way back onto the road, and he's still in trouble. Look, going from one side to the other as he slides his way back towards the tarmac. The race leader becomes the race winner. David Aiken wins the Retro Rallycross final. Second goes the way of Gary Dixon. And who is going to be third behind us? Out wide again goes Roger Thomas. The 6R4 in real trouble on the last lap. Roger Thomas pushing hard and getting all crossed up at the last corner of Honda Curve. He goes out wide. We'll confirm the result in a moment, because he and Ray Morgan came through virtually level pegging. Paul Smith, in the meantime, is fending off Paul Easterbrook. The Volkswagen is only just ahead of the Toyota as they sprint their way up towards the line now. So, a Retro Rallycross Championship final win for David Aikin. Gary Dixon second and Lance Foster third, ahead of Ray Morgan. Then you get Roger Thomas. The order, though, brought to a close by Simon Hart. And in the championship, Ray Morgan now is sprinting ahead of Paul Easterbrook, Kevin Feeney third. Roger Thomas is up to fourth, and there is one more round to go. That is a Croft. Lance Foster goes there heading his class ahead of Paul Smith and Simon Hart.